All right. Good morning, C Squad. How you doing? It's Calgary Rambler here, and I'm doing a little differently today. Okay, I've got two separate live streams going now. I've got a live with Facebook, and I've got live with YouTube. So welcome to my YouTube viewers from around the world and my Facebook viewers from around the world. How you doing? Well, we're just going to sit here for a few moments and chat. I'm also watching on YouTube. If my brain would work. Good morning, and I'm watching right now on YouTube DDE, also known as Daily Driven Exotics, and what they're doing is they film a vlog, almost a daily vlog, and they, as the name implies, they drive exotics daily, all around the world, and enjoy themselves totally. Good morning to you on Facebook. How you doing? And so this is what they're doing. And the host of the stream on Facebook is Damon Fryer. Okay, he's a Canadian, hails from the Nanaimo area in British Columbia and Kelowna as well. And he drives these exotic cars and got his following on YouTube. I'd say in about 2010, 2011, he surfaced and just went from there. And it's just a phenomenal show. So he's been a force behind me. I first came across his show, I was first told about it back in 2017, 2018. And I watched a few episodes and thought, yeah, it's a cool show. But then when I was watching the episodes, I didn't really know what it was really that much about. You know, it didn't really grab me up until I'd say 3 months ago. And what got me there was I was sort of in a catch crop, looking between the Dodge Hellcat, Nissan 370Z, and other exotic vehicles, and I was comparing to see what vehicles was better. And I thought to myself, okay, cool. You know, on his show, he incorporates everything from motorcycles to trucks to exotic cars, not exotic cars. He has other people who are well trained in stunt driving that are on his channel and guests and sometimes become popular guests, and that includes Hollywood celebrities like our Fast and Furious crew. If you remember Jesse from Fast and Furious, the original movie, he's been on Daily Driven Exotics several times and continues on there as a semi-regular guest. Another person, the guy who played the garage mechanic Hector, if you remember Hector also guested on the show a number of times and is a semi-regular appearing guest. So, where am I going with all this? Okay, Damon has put the channel out there as it's not a I guess you could say like home improvement, right? It's not fictitious. It's an actual live-based show based on the events that are happening in Damon's life and the people around him, including his wife, his family, his children, everybody, aunts, uncles, you name it, everybody's involved. And anyway, today Damon's in the desert on the episode I'm watching today. And he's got some bikers with him, guys on sport bikes. He's got a couple of Lamborghinis. Diablo, looks like a green Diablo parked here on the side of the road, and they're starting it up and checking computers and things like this because they're going to be doing some road tests and stuff like this. Or maybe not. Hang on. Looks like, why is there a tow truck in front of it? Is he going to go on the tow truck? Or, yeah, he is. I guess there's problems with that car. Okay. I missed what the problem was, but anyways, it's middle of the desert and they're taking the car in to the shop. Cool. So anyways, Damon um, does this on a, I guess you could say, a daily basis. His day starts at 4:30 a.m. Kind of like my day started today. Actually, that was a few hours earlier than that. I started at 2. And I'm going to be doing this to test myself over the next while. Waking up at 2, going as late as I possibly can in the day to see where I end up. And doing it for endurance. And it's a real test to see how well I do for the channel. I want to know. I really want to know. Well, that's a good question. What car would beat the Corvette? Well, the 2020 Corvette, Ray. I'm going to come out here and say this right now. Right now. Good morning to you, Ray. By the way, hopefully you had a good week. I did. And okay, what would beat that 2020 Corvette? Lots. Provided that 2020 Corvette is not modified. Okay, remember it's a push rod motor. Okay, and the push rod motor has its limitations on RPM. It's got a lot of low end grunt, but the thing to remember is that it doesn't have the higher end like a Porsche or Lamborghini would. Your Porsche 996 would eat the Corvette in top end, but the Corvette would outhandle it. I mean, those Corvettes handle like you wouldn't believe. They even do better than the Lamborghini. Okay, the current model Lamborghini that's out there. The Aventadors and those type of cars. It's my morning break. I also got coffee over here too. And another car that's on the show today, they have a Ferrari 433. It's just a beautiful car. Milano red with a Milano red interior. It's going to be racing a Ducati sport bike. I've rode that Ducati before, not the one in the show, but the same model. And I'll tell you, the Ferrari will give the Ducati a run for its money. And it's doing it right now. It's pulling away from the Ducati. It's actually winning the race. Holy crap! Oh, jeez. He is now about 4 car lengths ahead, but the Ducati's closing the gap, and now, oh, never mind. They slowed down to stop. So something went wrong. You're going to start the race again. But I'll tell you, that Ferrari is an amazing car. Okay, here we go. All right. Now we're going to see what happens. The real race here. Oh, Ducati's pulling ahead. Oh, he's got him. Okay, Ducati's way ahead of him now. They're about 12 car lengths ahead. Okay, so it's Ducati for the win. But I rode the Ducati, and the D35 Ducati, it's a fast as hell sport bike. Insurance-wise, you're looking at about $800 a year for insurance for that bike. Not bad, $800 to $1,000 a year. It's not bad. It is a super bike, and it will go up against Ferraris and Lamborghinis all day long. Will I buy one? That's a yes. I intend on it, and that's my ticket to be able to get into webcasts such as this on YouTube with Daily Driven Exotics. I suggest it strongly. Take a look at it, watch the show, and see how they do their videoing. Hey, good morning, Roger. So yeah, I can't say enough about these cars. The Italian cars are where it's at. The Porsche have all the low and mid grunt. So if you're in the mountains, for example, a 996 is what you want. Okay, I'm not going to mince words there. It is the king of the roads in BC. But if you want to go to where they are in Arizona right now and race, then your Ferrari is it. Okay, the Ferrari 458, can't say enough about it because it's got low end, mid, and top end. The only thing that I've heard negative of local owners here at the 458, including a neighbor of mine up the street, is that the 458 has a problem with the cooling. So if you're grunting around town, it doesn't really show well. The car doesn't perform that well and can conk out. And you got to sit there for like a half an hour, wait for the beast to cool down. Reason behind this is if you take a look at the cooling pattern and where the radiators are in conjunction with the cooling vents, they could have did a little better job. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. They should have put on a roof cooling vent going in, but they didn't, or side flares. So, but yeah. So today's a good day here in Alberta. Our health minister raised some of the restrictions, and not for Calgary though. Calgary is still a hot spot for COVID, so a lot of areas elsewhere in the country enjoy having restrictions lifted, but not Calgary, because we're still raking in problems. So this is cool. You know, if the auction wasn't closed to physical bidding, meaning being there in person, I'd go to the auction today. It's still fairly early here. It's 6:47 Calgary time, and you know, I wish I could go to the auction. I do, but that's not ready yet. So I can go physically to view cars, provided I keep my distance. And as soon as I'm done viewing a car, the staff will come out and wipe it down and that type of thing. But okay, that video ended. Now we're on to another video on Damon's channel, DDE, and he is, it looks like Vancouver. Yes, Harbor Air. So he's on an airplane and he's flying now. I guess he was Nanaimo, leaving Nanaimo, flying into Vancouver. Wow. Okay, cool. That was a quick flight. It's only about like 15 minutes. Uber downtown. And there is an exotic car rental outlet. We have the same one here in Calgary. They're close by the airport. And I'll tell you, okay, I think they're called Royal Exotics Incorporated. And Damon goes there a lot to rent cars. Now, I'm going to be doing the same thing here in Calgary. The difference, Damon's in a warm, moist environment in BC. Here, we're in a cold environment, okay? The car is going to run differently in Alberta than what it does, obviously, over there, right? In BC, in Nanaimo and Vancouver areas. Now, a lot of those cars will eventually end up at the auction. They do. I've been to the auctions where they are, and it's a thrill. And there's Damon standing there amongst these two Lamborghinis, two Gallardos, one on the left and one on the right, both white in color. So the channel, my channel, not Damon's, but my channel is going to be hosting these vehicles, and I'm going to be doing tests. I'm going to be bringing in people like you, Ray. You can come in and film me as I walk around, because I'm not going to hold the camera myself. You know, to do this, I need the wide shots. He's at Lamborghini Vancouver at this point, and they give him keys to a Lambo. I'm pulling off the cover, and is it a Hurricane? Oh boy, bright red. Okay, this car he's had for a while, and he just raced this actually in the desert. In another video that I watched this morning. and he made a video with Jake Paul in this car. So let's see how well he handles this. Now, I'm also going to say to those of you who think, well, he must be loaded with tons and tons of cash. No, he's not. These vehicles go through his company, okay? And that's the thing. That's the beauty of YouTube. YouTube allows you, me, and everybody else to set up a channel, and then as we grow, we get into doing sponsorships, and sponsorships start the real payouts, okay? And what are sponsorships? Okay, you make a commercial, and eventually I'm going to. There's a few companies that I'm interested in vehicle-wise. There's companies that I'm interested in for other things, construction, alarm systems, you name it, okay? And I'm going to be using my background as a pattern to which companies I'm going to approach. I've worked in construction on and off for 43 years now. I guess 44 now. You know, I just had a birthday a couple of days ago, and I'm also going to be approaching automotive companies because I still work in the automotive industry, as you know, doing this. Okay, and I'm also going to be because I worked in security investigations and policing. I'm going to be involving those too. Good morning, Peter. Okay. Hang on. Just a sec. I got something going here on my other live feed. There we go. Okay. So we keep going here. And so Ray, what's your scheduling like for the next year? Do you have time to how fast will the Ducati go? Well, that bike has capability with a skilled rider like me. That bike has capability of going over 300 kilometers an hour. So basically 260 miles per hour. That is fast. Okay. That's faster than every helicopter in the world will fly. Okay. And the only drawback being is you're limited to your skill level when you drive that fast in your environment. Okay. Now, our one setback here in Calgary is that the bureaucracy here in the city has made it so that if you're, like me, an owner of a drone, it's going to be a problem, okay? Well, what am I watching now? This is going to be interesting. I'm still watching DDE as well in the background here, but I just saw, cops swarm LA car meet. Well, what else is new, right? Fast and Furious, right? All you hear is cops, cops, cops. Then you run back to your car and get the hell out of there as fast as you can. I know that scene too well from Calgary and Toronto. So anyway, Damon is in California in this video where it's starting at a car show. A lot of high-end cars here. Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari. Alex Choi is there. He's another one you got to watch, okay? Alex, Alex Choi, Choi, okay? He's 19 years old, and he's a millionaire. And he did it all on his own time, his own money, okay? The only thing his parents helped him out with was when he was ready for his first supercar, the M6 that he bought, used. They helped him get financing for that. But his channel paid off that pretty quick, and by the time he graduated high school, he was already heading up towards Lamborghini, and he's got a Lambo now. So he's a guy to watch, okay, and learn from him on how he markets, okay? T-shirts, hats, hoodies. Okay, he started with that, and then he got into cameras. He got into other things, vehicle accessories, and he's a well accomplished stunt driver. So his videos are viral. He's got over 1 million followers on Instagram. That is something. Now I've got about I think about pretty close to about 230 followers on Instagram myself. That can pop, because what I'm going to do is combine my massive following that I have on LinkedIn. I've got 6,000 followers on LinkedIn currently. Okay, so I want to connect them, and they're worldwide, by the way. They're every country in the world but China, and I've got 6,000 followers there, so I want to integrate them into YouTube and Facebook and get them all tied in nice and tight, and then bring subscribers off that onto my YouTuber account as well. Now, what's the fallback on this? The police. Okay, getting involved in this type of world. Always be friendly with the police, okay? And they'll work with you. Like what's happened here is they're working a stunt show in the city of Orange, California, and the police are there, and they're just making sure everyone's following the law and da-da-da-da-da. It's all sanctioned, okay? This is how you work it, right? Don't do it illegally. Do it legally. Here in Calgary, we've got Race City. Due to COVID, it shut down a number of events this year, including DDE. They were supposed to come down this way and film a sanctioned event, but it was canceled due to COVID-19, which is unfortunate. They're supposed to have filmed in Ontario, in Eastern Ontario. That's one for you there, Roger. They were supposed to come down to Belleville area at the Speedway down there. And no, it's not going to happen. Possibly later this summer, but it was supposed to have happened in May, and they had to cancel. So, but I'll tell you, another reason why I enjoy watching these videos is I get to see the LA life. You know, it's not a whole lot different than what we have up here in Canada, except, and I've said this before, I know you've heard me say it in my live vlogs before, and I'll say it again. The government of Canada has stomped all over public speech, and that includes YouTube and Facebook vlog channels. And if you are a new person trying to grow on YouTube and you don't have the money to expand upon your channel, then you're going to be stuck in the low echelons. Now, I'm just about to pop here, and it's just financial backing was supposed to have come in, but due to COVID-19, I've had to sit and sit by the guidelines, or pardon me, sit by the sidelines. But that's going to change pretty quick here, I can see. So, new vehicles for the channel. I've got 3 Hellcats that I've looked at this or communicated about this week, and I'm just sort of holding them back. The best one that I've got is at a dealership that's just a little ways north of Red Deer, Alberta, and they've got a 2016 Hellcat Challenger there, and black on black. It's got the Lugana leather interior. It's just a beautiful car, automatic, 707 horsepower with only 2,000 kilometers on it. Now that is something, okay? One owner, I challenged the dealer as best as I could, okay, to try to offset him a little bit, not upset him, but offset him, and it didn't work. Didn't work. He was on tap and totally on par. So All right. So I've got his car. I've got a couple of Hellcats here in the city, in and around Calgary area. Up in the northeast, there's a dealer up that way that I'm going to see. He's also deals in a lot of exotic cars and a lot of muscle cars, and I'm going to see him. Um, and these dates are all coming up. Now you're going to notice a cosmetic change to me in the next one. I'm not talking about my hair either. Okay, stay tuned for that. But I've been shopping around, looking at pricing for that, and I'm pleased to see the pricing that I want. But I've got to be careful, type thing. I think I'm going to have to spend about $300 on the item in order to. And it's like I say, it's a cosmetic fix, but it'll look good. Okay, it'll look really good on me, and it'll improve my cosmetic look, and that'll hopefully in turn bring in more subscribers to my YouTube channel, Calgary Rambler. So if you're watching on Facebook, please also subscribe to my Calgary Rambler page on YouTube. Hit the notification bell and hit the like button as well, so you don't miss a single one. All righty. So we're still cool up here. It's not the best temperature, 15 to 16 for a high today in Calgary. It's sunny. I can see that this morning. Not a lot of leaves out yet, though. They're still trying to poke out of the trees and small in size. They're there, but they're very, very small. For those of you from other areas, hopefully the weather's good. I can see in LA it's beautiful, but this is an older video too, probably from a year ago. So, okay, the street meet got out of hand. Now the police are shutting it down. Now they're trying to run from the cops and race from spot to spot to spot. I remember those days, going around Toronto trying to avoid the police. And you normally, when you do that, you have about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes is your sweet spot. So you get everybody in there, and you got 2 minutes to get everything set up, all the cars parked properly, and the street marked off. And then you get your people that are going to race, get their cars all lined up, do your races, do your expositions, and then by that point, the radio's crackling, and you got to get the hell out of there because the cops are on the way. So you get out of there. And right now they're doing expositions in a street. They've got the intersections blocked, and a BMW 7 Series is doing spinouts right now in the middle of the intersection with another 330 going around now, black 330. And those of you who know your cars know that you can get 330s in both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive configurations. So they've had 2 go by. I'm just wondering how many more they're going to be able to go by before somebody screams, "Cops, cops, cops, cops." They got a cone in the middle of the street, and the cars are just spinning out. So by the looks of the rubber marks here and circular rubber marks, I'm going to guess that they've had a few cars going by here. So this happens a lot in this area. Oh, there's a police helicopter overhead. Now they got the trucks. Oh, cops are in. Okay, everyone's starting to disperse now. Oh, okay, there's a squawk box. Everyone leaving. Dispersed. Yep. Just as quickly as they came, they left. Just like that. That's how it goes. Will I ever stop racing? No. I'll race till I die. It's in my blood. Ever since I was a child. My father, he owned a Datsun 240Z, brand new. And we had Boss Mustangs. We had hopped up trucks. We've had it all in our family. And awesome. That sounds good, Ray. I appreciate knowing that you're available in the next year, because there's different locations we're going to have to go to. Okay. If you need help getting your passport, I'll help you with that. Okay. But I'm going to need you to come with me and bring the camera equipment. Of course, I'll be paying for and supplying that through the company. But I'll need you to fly with me, basically, and our days will be long. We'll be starting early in the mornings, a lot of days. Usually, if we're going to fly out, we got to be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? To be able to catch a flight to fly out to the States. And sometimes, more so than not, it's 2 flights going in. So we're not going to arrive to our location till about noonish, their time, and be able to get things going. Okay, where are they? New video. Okay, this is back in Nanaimo, Quilcum Beach, which is just down the road from Nanaimo, British Columbia. Co-star on the DDE show, Dave, is talking about how he came to be. When he was in his teenage years, he went to Quilcum Beach High School, and upon graduation or whatever, when he was 18, he got his first apartment, basement apartment, and he was working at a Starbucks, okay, as a barista. Now, keep that in mind, guys, okay? Barista, okay? And it's amazing, the story, how he worked for 9 years as a barista, okay, at Starbucks, working his way up to, I guess, what they consider location manager and that type of thing. He had a 1991 Acura Integra 2-door with a wing on the back, 5-speed stick. You know those cars, right? Spoon engine, that type of thing. You all know the story about them, right? Moteg exhaust. I'm not going to go back into that again. But anyways, he had all that. And then a high school friend of his contacts him and says, okay, why don't you come with me? And I'm going to show you the way to actually enjoy life and make money. So Dave follows this guy's lead, and the guy is Damon Fryer. Okay, they set up this channel, this YouTube channel, and the whole thing behind YouTube, it's like a finger on your hand, right? It's part of a business, and long and short behind it, and I'm going to give you the short. Within 2 years, Dave purchases, builds up, and secures a Lamborghini Gallardo. Okay, you go back now. The Gallardo is an older Lamborghini, right? It's, what is it, about 16 years old now? And anyways, he's on this episode of Daily Driven Exotics. He goes back to where he worked as a barista, and he was fired from that job. Okay, after 9 years at it, he was fired. He was told, "Nah, you're never going to become anything. Get the hell out of here." And right now in this episode, he went back to that location, back to the man who fired him, and that man is standing next to him, looking at the Lambo Gallardo right now in the parking lot. He says, "What do you think of me now?" And the manager just says, "No words, no words. I didn't expect this." Well, here we are. They're inside the car. How do you like me now? We've all heard that song, right? With those words in it. Well, here we go. And Dave's just like you and I. Okay, guys? Just like you and I. School of Hard Knocks. He's that tough. Okay. we all have our stories. You know, like me, I was on and off homeless for 10 years. I'm doing well now. I'm comfortable. And Dave, in his story, never got above a minimum paying job, right? I mean, how much does a barista really make? Seriously, right? They're not going to be driving anything nice, you know, unless you got family connections. Now, it's not all people that work there, because the Wendy's that I go to, the manager of that Wendy's, and it's just around the corner here, he drives a Hellcat. Okay, he's got a 2016 black on black Dodge Hellcat, 42,000 kilometers, just a gorgeous car. So it can happen, and it does happen, but it's all based on your drive, on your personality, and what you want to do to make it work. If you're going to make it work, you're going to make it work well. Okay, Ray, I will help you with the passport. It's a lot easier than what it was years ago when I worked at the passport office at Passport Canada. The whole thing, like there was all kinds of back when I was there, they needed several different guarantors and people that could verify you, right? Who you were and where you were, and that's not a big issue now. Now it's just one guarantor and one final signature. Okay, is what you need on the passport. I'm good because I'm back and forth. I'm going to be getting a Nexus card because of the channel, right? And going between Canada and the US. Now, as I stated earlier, here in Canada, the channels will never really take off. And what happened here with Daily Driven Exotics is that those guys for a long time on this channel were renting in basements in and around Los Angeles. Okay, I'm getting plugged up again. And they were I guess you could say trying to keep their cost flow in check. Okay, so where they lived was a lot less than than the actual output that you saw on the channel. I mean, you always saw nice cars. These guys were never driving cheap vehicles. It was always the upper level vehicles. But if you followed the storyline through Daily Driven Exotics, you realize that the cars come to them not mint at all. I mean, a lot of them are smashed up. They've got other things that need to be done, and they're bought at close to or at auction level. And the guys take the vehicles, do them up nice, really nice. And this is the outcome. Now he's in Quilcom, and he talked to the manager. The manager said he could take the baristas around that work with him, and they're still there. So there's one here, an attractive lady with tattoos on her right arm, and she's going for a ride now in the Lambo. And she doesn't have her seatbelt on. Naughty. But Dave's taking her around in the Lamborghini. And what a change. I mean, he's living the dream now, okay? But it's obtainable. I want you to know that. It's obtainable. A dream will only be obtainable if you are willing to face your fears to get there, okay? And with me, you know, I'm not fearless, but I've taken a lot of I guess you could say false beliefs and flip them upside down and turn them into mincemeat. And this is basically what these guys have done. I mean, society's like Dave here. He's admitted that when he was in high school, and he actually called his principal, okay, to talk to the principal at his old high school. And the principal told him, he says, you're a crappy student, you know, and school's not for everybody. It's not. When I was in my first time around, it wasn't for me. I went back and I redid my high school between 1995 and 1997. I redid everything all over again. All over again. And did it in an adult setting. And it actually worked out for the better. It was so good the second time around. And I was almost an honors student. But what changed that was when I went on a co-op placement with a government agency. I won't say which one, but a government agency. The person I was paired up with didn't follow the marking schedule properly and marked me as a university student would when they take them out. And the difference between somebody who's high school level and somebody who's university level is at the high school level, you're strictly an observer. You don't have any involvement in anything. But he graded me as though I was a university participant, okay? And once you're at the university level, you can take the option of taking the training and going through for peace officer. So you're hand in hand with the police officer, and they grade you as though they're grading a policing student, okay? So I kind of got screwed over on the marking schedule, and it lowered my GPA, and I didn't make it to the level that I wanted for the university year. And in Ontario, where the schooling happened, there are 13 years, 13 grades, grade 13 for university, and I didn't have a high enough GPA for that, so I got screwed, basically. It all ended at grade 12. But that's okay. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. So from that point onward, it was a challenge up until a couple of years ago, and then I got everything in line here. Got my ducks in a row, and things are looking good. So I'm plugging up really badly here. I'm going to open a window. Excuse me for a sec, guys. Oh boy, this is not good in this apartment. Okay, do that. And I'll check the heating level too. Here. Excuse me. Yeah, it gets exceptionally dry in this apartment. It's an older building. It was built over 50 years ago with water heat. And if you've got water heat, then you know that, for example, if you could take a soaking wet towel, put it in the middle of your living room floor, and within a few hours, it'll be dry because the heat draws all the moisture out of the air. And it's not good. It plugs me up, and I sound pluggy after a while. I can certainly feel it in my ears and everything else. Just, it's not cool. So, anyways, getting back to the show. Damon and David, yeah, 2 Ds, right? DDE, which could also stand for Damon and David Enterprises if you wanted to look at it that way, but they call it Daily Driven Exotics. Their net worth has gone up exponentially. David's net worth is pretty close to or at $1 million now. Whereas Damon Fryer, he's easily about $3 to $6 million net worth. And it worked out well. It really, really worked out well. But did the channel help? It did. Massive amounts. Massive amounts. What also helped was the Fast and the Furious, right? Watching an earlier episode early this morning where the DDE crew met up with Jesse um, and Chad Lindbergh, who played Jesse on Fast and the Furious. They had a good chat with him, and Chad and the guy, fellow who played Hector, said the same thing, that they didn't know in 2001 that this movie was going to become anything. They didn't think it would. They figured, it's not going to. It's about street racers and their life and that type of thing. It's not going to become anything. It'll fade out immediately. Might get about 10,000 people to watch it in the movie theater, and it'll go from there to DVD and VHS. They still had VHS back then. Well, who knew that movie would become a cult icon? I mean, Paul Walker wasn't even known back in 1991, or pardon me, 2001. He was an unknown. Vin Diesel was unknown, right? And this launched their careers. It really did. The epic thing in life is that you get out of life what you put into it. And if you learn to deal with your fears and face them and go against the grain of the fear, you realize you have nothing to fear at all, okay, in many cases. And one thing that proves this point is YouTube, right? The amount of people that have YouTube accounts that are doing well and actually making money. They get it, okay? Like this Alex Choi. Alex Choi is just a kid, but he's already a millionaire. And take, for example, the young guy who passed away the other day, the YouTuber who was killed in that car accident. He too got it, okay? High schooler, and following the lead of other people in his age group. He gave it a good shake, and it worked, okay? When he died, tragically, he was killed in a car crash in a McLaren 570S. And that particular YouTuber had 568,000 subscribers underneath him. So, that's pretty darn decent. It's not a small chunk of change there, people. I mean, that you do that in combination with selling merchandise and sponsorships, okay, and working with promotions for products, for other products, okay. The earning potential could put you into the millions of dollars. All right. Now, I'm finally getting around to understanding this. It took me a while to really get my feet on the ground, but my feet are on the ground now. I'm understanding it better and better and better as you go. It's not about the videos. It's about the other products, okay? What happens with these videos? Well, right away, I'll tell you. There are commercials, all right? And if you follow the formula, first step is going towards monetization is go in through the settings for YouTube, and you follow down the settings page, and you'll see check boxes for commercials, right? How many commercials do you want to add to your video? Now, in my videos, I usually, depending on the length, I'll usually add about 2, 3, 4. These live streams. Right now, I'm at 49 minutes and 44 seconds that I've been talking. The when the video goes into its pro syndication, which means the cycle where other people will see it and watch it after I'm done doing the live stream and they see it as a replay. That at that point, the commercials will be added, and I've asked for a commercial every 10 to 12 minutes, okay, to give a person a break, go to the washroom, whatever. And if they don't click off on the advertisement, they let it play through. That accounts for a payment to me. Okay, I get paid for that. And right now, my payments are incredibly low. So low, in fact, it's like $4 a month or something like that. So it doesn't amount to much. But in time, it's going to. That's going to change. All right. Who's gotten the understanding of this? Alex Choi. Okay, he got it right away. Right away. This kid got it 4 years ago. Okay, he understood it then. I don't know if it's his Korean upbringing and the fact that they're really good in business and math and that type of thing. But Choi understood it. He must have had good teachers in school, and his parents were good in business and finance, because he got it. And then he started selling merchandise after he got monetization, and boom, boom, boom. Now, monetization has eluded me thus far. I think it's due to the I'm over Canadian in my approach. I'll put it that way. And what do I mean by over Canadian? First things first, I talk too slow, okay? And I go too much off the cuff. I don't practice before I go in as to what I'm saying. So when I practice, you can tell when I practice and when I don't. When I practice something and I know what I'm talking about, I can get through it faster, okay? Much, much quicker. Whereas, like now, right, I've got to think about it. So I'm slowing down and these pauses and things like this. So it takes a lot of practice. Takes a lot of practice to be able to do this and do it well. Number two, you have to put product out that works, okay? Meaning the videos, number one, and then after that, the merch. The videos have to be something that works well with subscribers to be able to keep their interest. The cars do with me. My car videos do work. The GM trucks do work. I've got a couple of videos that jumped, okay? Had minimal success. And one of the GMC truck videos that came out, it was filmed last year with you, Ray, and that video's well over 1,000 views now, okay? It's on its way. We can sit back and relax in that video now on our hunches, because it's being repetitiously played worldwide, okay? So people are seeing it more than once. And that is what brings up the algorithm to be able to show it over and over and over again. It's still in the top 7 videos that when a person goes looking for a GMC truck with a lift kit and new 2019, they're going to see it. It does. Oh, it's good, Ray. It's good. It's good for us, okay? But what we need is those viewers. This is, even these guys here, DDE, okay? They get millions and millions of views, but they got thousands and thousands of subscriptions, right? You have to find the pattern and the formula that works to be able to bring those viewers in as subscribers. That's the trick, okay? Now, when I was a paper boy years ago, I could do that. I was able to take people that were paying cash weekly for the newspaper and change them over to using their credit card, okay? and I got paid. I got paid. Oh yeah. Plus I got a commission off the paper for that, for having more than 90% of my customers that were office paid. So I'm going to have to figure out what I did back then to switch them over, get them convinced, and use that same formula today to be able to get my viewers to become, right, subscribers. They become subscribers, then I get monetization quicker that way. I need the monetization badly, and that's the big thing, okay? Now, if they don't want to subscribe, then I need millions of hours of viewing in order to get the monetization, because I need a minimum of 4,000 viewing hours per week. All right, not just a month, per week. That can happen too. There are lots of YouTubers out there, right, who, just you and I think, that are in here now. I don't see any activity from the other channel, so it's just us right now. But okay, so the viewers, I guess I'm trying to say, is that well, actually, no, I'll step back a bit here. There are YouTubers who have 0 subscribers. Okay, I found those. A lot of them are gamers, but they've got millions and millions, tens and hundreds of millions of views. Okay, and they get monetization that way. So if I can get as many people, if they don't want to subscribe, if I can get as many people viewing my videos start to finish and not click off on the ads, right? Then my channel will grow that way as well. Okay. But the kicker here is being able to put the product out. I've viewed a number of channels out this week who are featuring Hellcat product on there. Some of them test drive them, some of them are building them, some of them are doing other things, and they've got very few views and even less subscribers. Like they're less than me, you know. And they've got the car. They're driving the vehicle, right? And showing videos of them driving it. But so that's the challenge that I face right now. But like I said, my channel is about to pop. It is COVID held back right now. That's going to change though, as the restrictions lift and I get out there. Being that just you and I are talking right now, Ray, I don't think I have anybody on okay. I don't think I have anybody on the other live channel. It's just us. So this is where we're at right now. The channel's just about to explode. And if COVID wasn't in the way, I would have had the financial backing by now. I'd have a lot more GoPros, a lot more professional background to me, okay? And it would be a lot easier to make these videos than what it is right now. The benefits of monetization will be that I'm able to take the camera, okay, and do a live away from home, all right? I can do a I can only do live right now using the laptop, and I cannot take it out. And for example, use the monthly that I have for the phone and do live that way away from the house. It won't allow me to do that. I have to have the laptop hooked up to Wi-Fi in order for it to work. So that kind of, in that regard, I'm not quite there yet, but I will be. I will be. That's coming. I have to rely a lot on right now on just the um, videos that I make, right? But those are situations that are going to change very quickly. Because Ray, what I want to do is meet up with you. We got to talk this out, okay? And we're going to have to meet, I guess, because the rules being what they are for COVID, we're going to have to meet somewhat discreetly, in a sense, okay? And I say that because last week in Okotoks, there was a father and a son who went to a park, all right? Infraction number one, they went to a park. Were seen together by the bylaw in that area, and they got tickets, okay, totaling $800. So we got to be careful where we go. All right, we can't go to parks, and we just have to be careful. Now the malls are opening up, so we can go to a mall, right, and go there. And I have to go to the mall anyways, pick up some masks and things like this. The one thing I'm going to forewarn you is the COVID situation in Canada, actually North America wide, it's not going to go away anytime soon. All right. In fact, we haven't even seen the worst of it because COVID wasn't I see you there on the other channel, Ray. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the phone. If you see my hand moving here, see my thumb on the other channel? That is because I've got the phone on top of the computer, so I can see both screens. Let's just do this. Whoa. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, so you see here, do an adjustment. Okay. So yes, we need to meet up. We need to talk this out and come up with a plan how we're going to do this. So that's why I'm asking you to watch these videos for these YouTubers that are successful, okay, and learn their style. I'm learning it. Every day I'm learning something new from these guys. They vlog at restaurants like they're doing right now. They vlog on the road. They vlog at meets. They vlog where they build up the cars, okay? They vlog with their families. So it's a life story is what it is. And the one thing that grabbed me deeply about YouTube was that YouTube did this. They made it a life story. And that is so good. So good. So we can do it this way too. All right. They have this strict rules down there for COVID-19 in California. And the latest videos for Damon is that in spite of that, okay, in the last week, they went to a game with the Ducks and I think it was Calgary that was playing. So it was Calgary against the Ducks, Anaheim Ducks, and Calgary won. But it was during, COVID time. Was the arena full? The hockey arena full? Yes, it was. So Okay. Well, it looks like I'm down to one person. Are you still here, Ray? Are you still with me? Let me know if you're still with me, buddy. That'd be good. Okay. And if you can, text me your number so I can give you a shout and get this thing going. Now, another aspect that we're going to have to look at, if you're still with me, I'm going to keep talking here. I'm not sure you are, though. It says just one person in the YouTube studio, and I don't see anybody on Facebook Live. I see Roger Gazzi and okay, good. You can meet me whenever I want. I'm still here. Awesome. Okay, good. I see your text there, Ray. Okay. We need to get together and get this going. Okay. I've learned a lot from Daily Driven Exotics to the point where I see that the other vloggers that come into the show for Daily Driven. Let's see. There's Alex Choi, Amelia Hartford, Dave Fryer, and Damon. Okay. So those people are the main characters in the show, and of course their families and come in as the extras, right? But everybody has their own channel, whether or not they do anything with it. 587-664-9934. Okay, great. I'll be calling you in a bit. Okay, a little bit later. But we'll do more of the vlog here for the time being. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on. Why is this saving to my phone? I think I'm going to have to end the broadcast for Facebook because it's saving to the phone for whatever reason. So I'm going to end that, but I'm going to stay on YouTube. Okay, so head over there to grab me. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do this. You did like a 180. That's amazing. Okay, where are we going? All right. I don't know. It's kind of sketchy. Get up here. Okay. I don't know why it was saving there. That's kind of odd. That's really odd. Why was it saving to my phone? That's really, really weird. Okay. Everybody's on these things here in LA. It's going to be like all over the world. Everyone's going to have these things. I can feel it. I can sense it. I need to put the camera away before I crash. This is really good because I didn't link the two, so I can link them. Actually, I'm going to right now. Hang on. I'm going to link both of these through the YouTube. Sending a link to Facebook. I'm going to do it that way. It seems to work better that way. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. Good. All right. Now, it's weird how that happened. It saved to my phone. I deleted it anyway, the chat that I had going on here through Facebook, just because I don't want it taking up too much storage space. So I got to go in and I got to deal with this now. Oh, 99% used. Ouch. That's too large. Okay. Okay. I'm actually going to reboot my phone as well. And let my phone do some deletings. Oh, great. And I'm just about to lose my TV because it's going to be doing an update. I forgot about that too. Okay, well, let's do the TV and let it do its updates. It'll shut off and then go back in a minute. Okay, so if you're joining me, good morning. Today's chat is for cars and YouTube. Okay, I'm a YouTuber and my channel's just about to explode. So what we're talking about this morning is what steps need to be taken to cause the channel to grow. And I've been watching a number of YouTube vlogs online on YouTube, and seeing other people's styles and how they do this. It's very interesting, actually. The most successful that I've seen out there so far, pattern that people are using is the lifestyle, following. It's sort of a life story. They follow their life story, and it has worked for DDE, which is short form for Daily Driven Exotics. It's worked for Tall Guy Car Reviews. It's worked for many others out there. And I'm just about to start doing this myself. But what has to happen here is the amount of subscribers or views have to pick up exponentially in my channel so I can monetize. Once I can monetize, then the growth really starts from there. The channel has the potential to grow exponentially, and I can start concentrating on things like the amount of commercials that go in to the videos and that type of thing, and paying more attention to that and making sure that it works well. So, you still with me, Ray? You out there? Let me know, buddy. Throw me a quick text down here. Let me know if you're still out here. So this is where it's at right now. I thought I'd pop in for a bit this morning and do a bit of a live chat. I'm going to be posting up more videos as the days go on. And I've got some more Camaro videos, a couple more lifted truck videos, that type of thing. But as the channel grows, these are going to go into test drives and things like this. However, due to COVID-19, that's postponed a lot of what I wanted to do, and I've had to hold back a little bit. But I won't be doing that for much longer. Things are going to change here pretty quickly. So, okay, well, I'm going to sign off for now. All right, I'll be posting another video later on today that I made during the week, and hopefully you'll enjoy. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and when I post a video, please hit the like and the notification bell so you don't miss a single one. Okay, you have a great day, as I will, and we'll be talking to you later. All right, take care.